All right, welcome to all you new drivers, future new drivers, thinking about being a driver, already a driver, but just getting started. Okay, so I was asked a few times about, shall we call it a newbie starter kit? I know that's a bad word for it, but a new driver starter kit. What are some of the things that you should try putting together prior to going on the road? Because I mean, spending the money up front, you're going to spend a few $100s, and maybe some of you don't have a few $100 just kicking around. So I know some of you are out going to get your licenses now, and you're still working, and you're doing your licenses evenings or weekends or whatever, your course, and it's going to take, 4 to 6 months or whatever to get your license, depending on where you're going to get it. So now's the perfect opportunity for you to go out and start picking up the little things that you're going to need, once you start on the road. And so I'm going to tell you some of the basics. I mean, there's other stuff that you can get as you go type thing, but I'm going to just pretty much give you all the basics that you're going to need, okay? All right, so now some of the basics pretty much are going to be all things that you need that you can plug into like a cigarette lighter, okay? You're not going to need a tri-pack like you hear running right now in the background. You're not going to need a huge, 2,000 watt inverter to power your stuff, things like that, okay? So one of the things you will need though, okay, if you plan on having your laptop with you, a computer, because most people have a computer nowadays, and if you plan on powering it, or if you have a separate TV that you're going to bring, okay, these are bonuses that but anyways, get yourself a small little inverter. Now this one's a 450 watt that I picked up here in Canada at Canadian Tire a number of years ago, okay. You can pick them up at any of the truck stops now. I was just inside, and the 400 watt I think was like 49 bucks. 39 or 49 bucks. It's 800 peak, 400 watt. That's absolutely more than you'll need to power, a small TV. This one's got the built-in VCR, a TV, even if you get a little flat screen or something, and a DVD combo, and you can plug in your laptop to it. So I'm going to put that on the list of things to get is an inverter, okay? Now, that's just an extra. You don't necessarily need it. I mean, if you're going to have a laptop with you, you definitely need something to power that, because the battery's not going to last you, the whole time, especially if you're going to watch movies and stuff on it. Okay, so the laptop can actually do dual purpose things. Now, one of the things that if you do have a laptop and you plan on bringing it, one of the things you absolutely should get yourself, and pick yourself up a copy of Microsoft Streets and Trips. You can get the free trial version online and download it, although I do recommend getting the actual disc, okay, because if you ever have a problem with your computer or you get a new one, you want to transfer it over, much easier if you have the disc, okay? But you can use the trial version, try it out, see if you like it. I do have a video earlier on here. I'll try to insert the link on just a very basic usage on the PC or the Streets and Trips. Okay, so that is one thing I do recommend that you do get, guys, gals, is that it'll help you for trip planning. Okay, now the next very important thing to take with you is a cooler. Now right here in the truck I just have the ice chest, because let's face it, a lot of you guys aren't going to be able to afford to get a fridge right away, and you may not even have room to get a fridge or put a fridge in your truck, okay? However, you may have space, like most trucks have the room where I've got this little 2-drawer cabinet. That's just my water bottle there, guys. Normally you can put a 40-quart cooler in here, and that's the size that I recommend, is a 40-quart. If you're going to buy an electric cooler, not ice chest, electric, and I'll explain to you why not ice chest in a minute. The 40-quart electric is the perfect size. You don't want to go too small, because then you're not going to carry enough stuff and you're going to get frustrated. You're going to end up going out and buying the 40-quart anyways. On average, about $100. I just looked here at the Flying J in Lancaster. They're asking $140, which is a little high. So any of you Canadian drivers, if you can get into the States to pick up your cooler, go ahead. It's like they're like 90 bucks down there. $99. It's a little bit cheaper. Walmart, you can probably pick one up, Canadian Tire. But try to get a 40 quart, okay? Reason being, it'll hold the right amount of food for you for the week. And like I said, the 40 quart will fit exactly in these slots. Now, Freightliner has a slot. They all pretty much have a spot where you can put a cooler. Okay? Now, the reason why I say not the ice chest, okay? You're going to spend on average about $2 a day on ice. One bag, okay, per day. Times 7, that's 14. So you guys can do the math. If an electric cooler costs $100, it's not going to take very long. And an ice chest will cost you $20. Plus, you're going to, like I said, spend about $14-15 a week on ice. It's not going to take very long to get up to that $100. You may as well just go ahead and spend the money, you know, now and get yourself an electric cooler, okay? 12 volt, again, it plugs into the cigarette lighters. Now, a lot of these trucks are equipped with extra AC outlets. Now, you can see down here, I've got one there. And 9 times out of 10, inside the cupboard that is usually empty and provided, there'll be an AC outlet in there. And then, of course, I got the one right here where my little light's plugged into. There's one here on the side. So, and to buy extensions for the AC plugs is not very difficult. So, anyways, yeah, like I said, ice chest, it's good as an emergency backup temporary thingy, but like really temporary, like a week or two. But definitely go the electric cooler, okay, everyone? So anyways, that's number 2 on the list, is a cooler, okay? Now, those of you who like to drink coffee or tea, like, I know you get points and stuff like that and free coffee sometimes on your rewards cards that you can get at the truck stop, but I know some guys, they drink coffee galore. So this, if you're drinking like 10 cups a day, is going to be difficult, because this takes about 20 minutes to heat up, and that's in a little kettle, okay? It's like, it looks like a little thermos, but it plugs into the cigarette lighter. Okay, this works great. I when I come back from in the truck stop brushing my teeth and whatnot every morning, I come in, the first thing I do is fill it with water and I plug it in, and about 15 to 20 minutes later, it's just perfect for a cup of coffee. And then I make my coffee and I doom up my logs and I get ready to go. See, you just fill her up, usually not above the line. Set her up here, and I take her and I plug her in the corner, and then I let her sit a little bit. Now let's see. Oh, you can see that 427, basically 430. Okay, so as you can see by the steam, we have nice hot steamy coffee. Not sure if you can see it. 454. Now, I usually only drink 1 cup a day. If I do have a second one, I mean, I have a microwave, okay? And I know a lot of you guys aren't going to be able to get the microwave right away, because you do need the big power inverter for that. So that's, the microwave and stuff is not even on the list for, you know, a starter kit, okay? I know what you're saying. Well, how the heck am I going to cook my food then if I don't have a microwave? Well, that brings me to number 3 of importantness on the list. Is, now I've got the little Burton stove to go, okay? Now, this one just, let's see here. If I can do this one-handed, because it's got a good suction. There we go. Okay, it's literally just a little lunchbox stove, and you get the little tinfoil pans to cook in it. And, again, it plugs into the cigarette lighter. Now, these little stoves take, on average, 30 minutes to 40 minutes to cook, depending on the consistency of what it is you're going to cook. Okay, sometimes a little longer. What I used to do when I used to use this on a daily basis, before I got my microwave, is, and I carry, and you guys are saying, well, why do you have one now? Well, I carry it as a backup. If my can't even talk. If my microwave ever quits, I have a backup. Now, and some things actually just taste better in there, so once in a while I do cook on it anyways. But what I used to do, because I knew roughly I'd try to eat around the same time every day, and what I would do is I would try to stop at the last rest area, you know, about half an hour to an hour away from where I was going to stop for the night, or where I was going to end up stopping to have dinner. And I'd prepare it, I'd get it in the tinfoil pan, I'd get it inside there. Now, with the exception of soup, guys, if you're going to do soup in it, you don't want to be driving, okay? Because it'll spill all over the place. But at any rate, anything else you can do in there, you know, leftovers, even the chunky beef stew you can do in there while driving. It's not too bad. But at any rate, so about 20 minutes before I stop, 25 minutes, I'd plug it in, you know, to one of the cigarette lighter plug-ins, AC plug-ins up at the front, and I would have it just sitting on the floor in between the seats there, you know, on a flat surface, and I'd let her start cooking that way. And then I'd get into the truck stop, get parked, do up my log. If I had to run inside to, you know, go to the washroom or whatever, I could do it, and I'd come out, you know, and by that point it would be nice and hot and cooked, and I'd be ready for dinner. Okay? Or, you know, like I said, you can do it when you stop if you have the time to do it, but, you know, a lot of times you just, you know, want to eat as quick as possible when you get stopped, because it's not really good to eat and then jump into bed. Okay? Alright, so that was number... See, I lost track already. 1, 2, 3. That was number 4 on the list, okay? So, moving along. Alright, so some of the other little things you want to bring, okay? You know, little Tupperware Rubbermaid type containers for cooking in and stuff, some bowls. I've got a thing with cereal in it here. You know, get yourself some plastic cutlery type thing. Paper towels, you know, those are all just regular store-bought items. Oh, get yourself a good battery operated alarm clock, okay? Or even a wind-up is not bad, but if you forget to wind it, you're screwed. You don't want to miss any appointments in the morning, and you don't want to rely on your radio alarm clock there, or even your phone for that matter, just in case. Okay, so other than like Rubbermaid, you know, storage stuff, you know, little tidbits here and there, you want to make sure you bring bedding, okay? A pillow, some sheets. If you guys don't have that, get yourself a good sleeping bag and get a pillow and sheets, or a pillow I should say, and get a good sleeping bag. Alright, there's one other item that is really handy to have on the road for cleaning up real quick, you know, cleaning your hands if you got a little bit dirty and whatnot, because we don't always have water available. But the little wet ones here, okay? I found a lot of the truck stops don't have them, but the Wilcos do. The Wilcos carry these ones like crazy. So I usually buy 2 or 3 of them when I'm stopped at a Wilco, and that way I have them in stock. I know you can get them at, you know, probably your grocery stores in the States and whatnot. I haven't seen the wet ones like that here in Canada. They have, you know, the other packages, which I don't really like. I like this little container type thing. So anyway, yeah, really handy little thing to have, okay? Okay, something else really good to have, and I've got these little 3M hooks here. Now I've got my shop keys and my spare car keys here. My other key is probably in my shorts, another short pocket, but I hang them there so I don't forget them or lose them. Something else that's good for hanging here is this little clip here where I hook all my receipts to, okay? Just these little black clips. You guys have all seen them. They're great, they're handy, and they keep your receipts organized. That way you're not losing receipts, and they're always in the same place. So you can pick them up at like an Office Depot, Staples, whatever. Same with the 3M hooks. You can pick them up there too, or you can actually pick them up at Walmart. That's where I got those ones. Okay, so another must-have. Now, I know everyone knows this, and it doesn't matter whether you're new or old, but, you know, January 1st of this year, the law came in effect for hands-free. And I know a lot of you know this, but I don't think a lot of you realize how expensive it'll be if you get caught as a truck driver. Not as a driving your car, but as a truck driver. If you get caught using your cell phone without a hands-free unit, it is $2,700 2700.00. That's $2,700. Yes, I am not lying. That's not a misprint or a misquote or anything. $2,700 to the driver, $5,000 to the company, I believe. It's almost double. Yes, your company will get charged also, or get nailed. Okay? But anyway, must-have item, Bluetooth. Okay? I don't like the little earbud ones that stick in the ear and they're about this freaking long. Okay? The trucks are noisy. There's a lot of background noise. I don't care what truck you're in. There's always going to be background noise. The Blue Parrot is really, really good. It's a little kind of ugly looking, a little bulky, but they work excellent. Everyone I've talked to, I've asked, you know, how does it sound? How's the reception? Blah, blah, blah. And they say it's nice and clear. No issues. I don't have problems with people misunderstanding me. And it's not an earbud. It's just an ear pad. And you don't have to have this headpiece on you. There's a little attachment here too where you can get where it just sits on the ear. You don't have to have the headband piece. There's also one where it goes in behind the neck you can use. I just do this one because it's, you know, easier. Anyways, must have a good Bluetooth. Okay, guys? Never mind these $19.95, $29.95, $30. Spend the money. I'm gonna put a number out there, minimum $100, okay? You get what you pay for. You buy the cheap shit, you're gonna get cheap shit, okay? There's gonna be guys out there going, well, I only paid $19.99 and it's a really good Bluetooth. Yeah, well, you haven't heard yourself talk on it, okay? And everyone else is just afraid to tell you it's shit. Well, I'm telling you it's shit. Well, not maybe, but anyway, spend the money, okay? You get what you pay for. You don't have to get the Blue Parrot. There's a couple others out there that are almost just as good as these ones, you know, comparable, but they're going to be the same price range, okay? So, anyway, Blue Parrot has this one. They have one other one. It's a different model where the side is a little differently. It's kind of a little bulkier here, but then it's just got a wire here. So, it's all how it feels for you. But anyways, a good Bluetooth, okay? $100 to $140. Keep that price range in mind and get yourself a good one. Alright, so let's do just a quick recap. You got the electric cooler, $100. Lunchbox stove, $40. 400 watt inverter, about $40. A kettle, $25. Good Bluetooth, about $130. Streets and Trips, program for your computer, about another $60. Okay, so let's not forget, now there's the miscellaneous items, you know, cutlery, bowls, storage containers, hooks, clips, pens, can openers. You know, it's all the little things. You guys got to remember, those little things can really add up. So your approximate total is going to be about $450 with the miscellaneous items that you guys are going to really need to spend to start off, okay? Okay, guys, and I really don't want you to forget about those miscellaneous items because they can really add up really quick. Don't overdo it in the toys and whatnot. You know, you see a lot of stuff that you want to get, and you can get that over time. Everything you guys got to remember, everything I've got in my truck, I've gotten over time, and I've been at this for a very long time. And you know, every now and then I see something I like, I buy it, and I just keep adding and adding, and I'm still adding. So, and you'll have to replace, like those kettles, they don't last forever. You'll have to replace them every couple of years. The one I've actually had, I'm surprised it lasted, you know, I think I've got it now 4 or 5 years. I'm amazed it's lasted this long. But they do eventually burn out. Same with the lunchbox stove. But, you know, you're going to need this stuff. And you're better off because if you go out and you just live out of the, you know, the truck and live out of the truck stops, you're going to spend about $150 a week. So you guys can see within a couple of weeks, you're going to spend all that money anyways. Okay. So you're better off to get this stuff to start. It's going to help you save money. I mean, you know, I'm just, you know, trying to help you guys out. Hopefully this video helped you a little bit. If you have any questions or if I haven't covered something, go ahead, put it down in the comment box and I'll try to get to it. I might do a part 2 to this at some point with just some other small stuff that I might think of. All right. So anyways, that's it for this video. We'll catch you later.